foster children makes me feel like, as a society, we have blown it. There's far too many children in the foster care system.
It's very easy to put your blinders on and walk through life and believe that this is something that doesn't happen, but it does.
Every kid deserves a family where a kid can grow up and feel safe, feel loved.
One person can indeed make a difference, and CASAs make a difference every day in the lives of children who are abused and neglected.
CASA, Court-Appointed Special Advocates, we're appointed by the court to provide a voice for children. We are giving them the voice that they may not get any other way.
The social workers have many cases, the attorneys have many cases. Nobody gets to focus on one case. With CASA, we get to focus on the case.
CASA makes a huge difference in the life of a child because many times that child has no one there to support them, has no one there to speak up for them, to make sure that they receive the services that otherwise they may not get if CASA advocates were not there to ask for those services.
I want a CASA assigned to every case. It is a joy and a pleasure to work with trained advocates whose mission is to look out and protect the best interests of children who are in court having been found abused and neglected.
CASAs benefit the court process by helping provide additional eyes to the court. It's somebody to be in there to kind of look after the kids, to check to see how they're doing, to just monitor the whole progress of the case.
In the last 5 years, the local program here has grown tremendously. When I first began with Michelle TRULSRUD, our director, approximately 6 years ago, we were running about 12 to 15 advocates, and in that time we have seen the advocate number go to 99 currently. I've seen tremendous respect gained in the courts for the CASA program through the advocacy that's provided, and just seen an overall general acceptance in the community for CASA and what it does on behalf of children.
I want CASA volunteers on any court case I have practically every time because I do get that objective set of eyes and ears and somebody who's going to report to the court exactly what they think without any hidden agenda.
I was getting ready to retire and I wanted to use my time to help society or community in some way. As I was in Bible study during that time and read the reading in the scriptures, seemed to just be coming back and forth all the time that the scriptures were talking about widows and orphans, widows and orphans, widows and orphans. And the more I thought about it, the fact was that I realized that there were orphans in our society, and some of those were just temporarily orphans, if you will, that were in foster care.
What I get out of volunteering for CASA is the reassurance that children who come from abused homes or where they're neglected will now be placed in safe and loving homes.
When I'm in there, I know that it's making a difference. Everything that we're having to go through, we go through together, and I'm there to support this child and to be their voice. It's just, to me, there's nothing like being able to do that.
I get asked every day, how can you do this job? And my response to the people who ask me that is, how can you not?
I don't feel like it takes time out of my schedule. I feel like it's part of my schedule.
And I also get to see the parents as they finally turn a corner and get to see what it takes to be a parent and to get their kids back.
My goal for CASA is to have the money and the funds to be able to have all the staff that will support our program. Only 30 volunteers can be supervised by one volunteer advocate supervisor. So I have 99, and I have 2 full-time and 1 part-time. So the funds need to be there in order to have the staff to support these volunteers, the people who are willing to stand up and say, I'm going to support CASA because that's what we need to have our kids healthy and happy and our community healthy and happy.
We currently have about 1,000 children that are in the foster care system at this time, and to have a CASA advocate for every child would be the greatest thing that any of us could see.
We are being able to serve around 250 to 275 during the year. We need to serve all 1,000. That means I need 17 full-time staff and I need a minimum of 400 volunteers.
Sometimes going through life, we're kind of selfish and we think about what we need, but we never think about what other people need. So working with children, you go home and you feel the sense that you did something for someone, hoping that you change somebody's life for the better.
They want a family, they want a stable life, and many of them do not get that. And I think that if more people would be involved, that CASA could provide more for the children.
If you'd like to know how to be a volunteer, you would contact the Pulaski County CASA office at 340-6741. In order to be a volunteer, the only qualifications you have to have is that you have a heart for kids in crisis and that you want to help these children find safe, permanent homes.